In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to replace a windshield mounted rear view mirror on the old 1988 bug out Bronco. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So I've got my old 88 Bronco here, which is, it needs a little tender love and care from time to time. And the rear view mirror came off the windshield. It's one of those windshield mounted mirrors. So I went and got a kit. I thought, you know what, why not just make a quick video and show you how simple it is to do this, because I've done it on another vehicle before, so I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe I won't look like too much of a bumbling idiot, but let's get right to it. So first we'll talk about what you're going to need to do that. So first of all, you need the mirror that fell off your windshield, and probably in yours there's going to be this little metal bracket of some kind that kind of pops in, and that's what holds it on. This is actually what glues on the windshield, and this just snaps onto it. So if it fell off as one piece, hopefully you've got this. It's still in the mirror. If not, you need to look around in your floorboard and find it, because you're going to need this. If not, they have some kits that have some universal kind of different sizes for these, but honestly the kit that I found at my local parts store did not fit my mirror, so be aware of that. So this is the original that came with it, and it kind of goes in there like so. So you're going to need, at a minimum, a rear view mirror adhesive kit. This one's from Permatex. It's like $2 or $3 at the auto store. Not a lot of money. You're also going to need at least a straight razor blade or something to kind of scrape the old adhesive off the window. A dry erase marker, and something to clean the old adhesive off of the back of your little mounting bracket thing here. And in this case, I just happen to have some clean strips, so I use that. Acetone probably works. Just different things you can use. But this is, by the way, really toxic stuff, so be careful with it. I'm gonna set it out of the way now. And then probably like a pair of pliers just to handle. Basically, I just use this to hold it while I'm scraping with a razor blade, so I don't cut my fingers off. So okay, so that's what you're gonna need to do it. So let's get started. So first of all, if you look on the inside, you can see the little mark where the old one was. Since that is where probably a whole tribe of engineers determined was the best place to place this mirror, that's where we want to put it back. But we're going to need to scrape the old adhesive off. But before we do that, we're going to go to the outside. You're going to take your dry erase marker now, and you can see from the, hopefully you can see that on here. You can see the little, this is where it is right here. Just want to outline outline that so you can see it from the inside, and you put it back where it needs to go. So hopefully you can kind of see that. You can barely see it in the sunshine, but that's the first step. Okay, I've kind of got you down here in the shade now, hopefully, so you can see a little better. So hopefully your little bracket is still clipped in, but just that thing will just pop right out of there. It's got a little, this one's got a little spring clip on back of it, and I've already, as I said, soaked it in the stripper, so most of the adhesive is off of it, but I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of adhesive right up on the back side of there. So just take a plain razor blade like this, basically a safety edge razor blade, and just, you can see it peeling up there. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, there you go. And just make sure that you got this thing cleaned off completely. And this with the stripper or acetone or whatever, it shouldn't be too hard. If you got a little bit left on there, just make sure it's all cleaned off. Don't cut yourself, because blood will probably interfere with the bonding process. So there's that. The next step will be to do the same thing to the inside of the window, and then we'll break out the adhesive kit. Okay, we're inside now, looking out, and you can see where the dry erase mark on the outside has kind of got it labeled. So just want to take your razor blade and just scrape that off. It won't take but a second, and make sure it's good and clean. And so there's that. Now we're going to break out the adhesive kit. Okay, it's the first day of September here in Georgia, and it is hot. So anyway, a couple things you need to be aware of when you're before you use the kit and mount it. First of all, really important, I know this may seem obvious, but you want to make sure that you have the little bracket oriented, the little button oriented properly on the window, because you don't want to, obviously your mirror is going to slide down on top of it like this, and it's got these little flange on it. Your mirror is going to slide down on top just like that. Bam. So once this is fastened to the windshield, you may be able to tell by your little drawing on the outside of the windshield, but the instructions just say to draw a circle around it. I got a little more precise than that if I could. So that's the first thing. Just make sure you've got this oriented. And typically it's going to be, if there's a narrow side or a rounded side, it's usually going to be at the top, but check your mirror to make sure. Which brings us to the adhesive kit itself. Again, this is just a Permatex Rearview Mirror Adhesive, and it is pretty much composed of two parts. There's a cleaner activator towelette, which is in this little pouch, and you're supposed to open this up, peel it apart, and don't touch it. So you're basically using the pouch as kind of little gloves, and you clean both the interior of the windshield where the button is going to go, and you clean the surface of the button that's going to attach to the windshield. Now again, it's going to be the surface without the flange, the smaller of the two. Clean it both. Don't touch either one of them after you clean it. So you're going to want to hold it from the side like this, and then let it sit for 1 minute just to kind of clean and for everything to kind of activate and dry. Then you've got this little rearview mirror adhesive. So it's just a little tiny pouch. You tear it off here. It says to put 1 drop on here. If you put more, it might cause an overreaction, it says. But you put 1 drop on the back of the button, and you press it in place, hold it firmly for about 30 seconds. Then it says to wait 30 minutes before you attach your mirror. One other thing you need to be aware of is, if for some reason that you still have this button attached to your windshield, the only way I can think of that would happen and your rearview mirror was still attached is if maybe one of these little flange ears here broke off or something, or maybe your mirror broke off and you've got another one at a junkyard. Either way, they highly recommend to not try to remove this from your windshield, the old one from your windshield, because you could break your windshield, just to clean it and glue the new one directly on top of it. So there's that. But anyway, that's how you use these. So let's take you up to the old Bronco now, and we'll see how well they actually work. Okay, got the cleaner activator towelette, and what it says to do is you got a little bit of a space up top here, I guess, where they're not together. Unfold it, peel it apart, and then the towelette should remain attached to it. So, and it's going to just peel it back, and then reach up here on the windshield and scrub it up really good. It's going to be wet. It's going to create a little wet spot there. Then do the same thing to the attachment side of the button, and just rub it on there. And then 1001, 1002. Okay, so we've done that. Not touched either surface. I'm going to take the adhesive package, and it's got a little split on the side of it. I'm going to rip it across the opening, and then squeeze out one drop on the side of on the back of the button. Let's get 1 drop. There we go, 1 drop. And then we're going to put it up there with the round side pointing up, and we're going to just smear it around a little bit so the adhesive is there, and just hold it in place. 1001. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. Truthfully, it's been about 48 hours, because I realized I had to go do something at church and did not have time to finish the video, but I did check it after 30 minutes and it worked okay. So the next step is to take your rearview mirror, and you can see it's got the slot here. I'm just going to put it up here and slide it down on top. Let me just get you a little close up. And there you go. Good as new. All right, actually, I guess the final step would be to wipe off the dry erase on the windshield. If you listen to the soft purr of the vintage Ford V8. Now she's done. Okay, well, that's going to wrap up the abbreviated, minimal rambling version of this video, and I thought I would just try that to kind of give you the choice of whether you really want to hear the rambling or not. If you're a regular viewer to this channel, I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on that, and if you're not, I would like to invite you just to check out some of my other videos. You can check out another one right here, and if you're not subscribed, you click right down there in the corner. You can subscribe, click that little notification, ring the bell, as they say, and you can get notified and you won't miss a single video. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.